Hey, new coaches. Welcome to the New Coach Training. My name is Corey Mayo, and I am a one-star diamond coach here to talk to you about the inviting process. So inviting is sometimes a scary thing, especially as a new coach, because we tend to overthink things and we tend to get hung up in maybe some self-doubt or the fear of rejection, or we're just unsure because we're just getting started ourselves. And I want you to know that those are all completely normal. Those are normal to feel, but inviting is actually really fun because that's where, one, you get to inspire those around you to help them make changes in their own life, and you also get to grow your business. So before we start talking about the 5 steps of inviting that I'm going to share with you today, I would like for you to think about, what has Beachbody done for you? Has it helped you with a weight loss transformation? Has it helped you create more confidence in your life? Do you feel healthier and happier? Do you love the community that's surrounding you? Now you're a part of an amazing team. What has it done for you? And are you excited about that? Because you should be. It's a really exciting thing in your life right now. And you became a coach for a reason. So I want you to remember, as we go through this talk today, the reasons that you love Beachbody and what gets you excited about being a coach, and the community and the programs and the nutrition and what it has done for you in your life. And the reason I want you to think about that is because think about when you go to a restaurant and the food is really good, the service is really good, and you have a really good experience. We as humans tend to share what we have good experiences with, right? I hear so often new coaches or people who are getting ready to become coaches say, I don't want to be a salesperson. And I get it. You don't want to be the greasy, slimy salesperson. I totally get that, because we don't want to do that, and that's not what we're going to teach you to do. But you guys, we're constantly selling. Every single one of us is selling something every single day of our life, whether it's an amazing restaurant, good food, a good movie, a good book, a good pair of jeans, a hair product that you really loved, a new mascara. When we have a good experience with something and we really enjoy something, it's natural for us to share that with those around us. So if you are being a product of the product and you are working on your own journey, you are naturally going to share how you're feeling with others, okay? So I don't want you to come from the salesperson mindset. I want you to come from sharing and inspiring others to feel as good as you are, to give them the opportunity and the gift to experience what you've experienced with Beachbody already, okay? So today I'm going to share with you 5 simple steps. They are very simple steps, but they are not always easy to do, okay? Because sometimes we get in our own way. So I want you to remember, these are 5 simple steps that are going to help you move forward to inspiring those around you and growing your business. But we also have to remember that we have to work on personal development and reflection on our goals to keep moving forward on the days that maybe it doesn't seem so easy, okay? Because there are times that mentally it can be a bit challenging. But that's what your team is for, is to be here to love on and support you and help you through those times, okay? So I have 5 simple steps. The first one is leading with the friendship and the relationship. Number 2 is to set our intentions and invite. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, invite. Number 3, ask more questions. Number 4, remember to share your closing date and when enrollment will close. And number 5 is follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. So now we're going to go back over those. Number 1 is leading with a relationship. You guys, we're in the business of building relationships and growing relationships with people, making friendships, having conversation, talking about form, okay? And form stands for Family. Are they married now? Are they married? Do they have children? What is their family life like? Occupation. What do they do for a living? Are they a stay-at-home mom? Do they work full-time? Are they going to school? What do they do for an occupation? Recreation. What do they like to do? What do they enjoy doing for fun? And M is simply message or direct messaging that person. So using form to get to know someone better, to build that relationship. We don't want to just pitch someone. We don't want to just invite them into a challenge group. We want to build that relationship, build that trust, have a good friendship going, and a good back and forth. So a really good way, if it's somebody new or even somebody that you're reconnecting with that's from maybe high school or college or a different phase of life, is using form. So remember, form is family, occupation, recreation, message. Okay? We want to provide value to those around us and be a problem solver, you guys. Okay? So we're sharing with others. Maybe just a, hey girl, I hope you're having an awesome day. I was thinking of you. Talk to you soon. Something very simple, you guys. Think about if somebody sent you that message, how good you would feel if somebody just was thinking of you and sent you a, hey, I hope you have an awesome day. Okay? Or maybe somebody has shared with you that they're really struggling in life right now and they're not really sure how to get out of it, but maybe they're struggling with depression, postpartum depression. Just kind of having some lack of belief in themselves right now. We can share with them personal development. Personal development is something that we should be doing every day, right? So that's something that we can share. That's a tool that for free we can share with them and provide value to help that person to further grow that relationship. Okay? So that's number one, is leading with friendship, being a friend, having conversation, general conversation. Remove the fact that you're a coach. You're a human being, and just having conversation, okay? Step number two is to set our intentions and to invite. You guys, we can't ever move our business forward or inspire those around us unless we ask them to join us, right? So don't let this scare you. Let this inspire you to help those around you, okay? Let that empower you to know that the gift that you have of feeling so great about Beachbody and the progress that you've made and the feelings that you have when you signed up with Beachbody, you get to give that to someone else. You get to share that with the person that you're inviting. So be excited. Remember how you felt when I asked you the first question of what has Beachbody done for you? What has Beachbody done for your life? Okay? Don't have an attachment to the outcome, okay? Even if it's not right now for them, it's still planting a seed and letting them know that you're there to help them when they're ready. Because most of the time, you guys, people aren't ready the first time that you ask. Think about when you joined. Did you say yes to your coach the very first time they approached you about a challenge group or becoming a coach? Probably not, because we typically just don't say yes right away, okay? So don't have an attachment to the outcome or any expectations. You're simply inviting that person to join you either in a challenge group or for the business opportunity. And so for an example, a way that I would invite somebody into the challenge group is having general conversation back and forth. I would touch base again about that conversation that we have been having. And I would just say something like, hey girl, I know that you've mentioned a little bit that you've seen my fitness stuff or you've asked about recipes. I'm not sure if this would be for you or not, but my girlfriends and I are going to be starting a nutrition and fitness group in a couple weeks. And I'd absolutely love to have you. I know you would fit right in and it would be a lot of fun. Would you like to join us? It's that simple, okay? It's, would you like to join us, girls? And then if you're inviting them into the coaching opportunity, I like to say something like, I really admire X, Y, and Z about you. What do you admire about that person? Why do you think that they would be a good coach? Okay? Point those characteristics out and then say, have you ever considered doing what I do? It's that simple, okay? We don't have to go into a lot of detail, and we don't want to go into a lot of detail. We're just asking a question. It's a very simple question, okay? So Would you like to join us? And have you ever considered? Okay, so those are a couple of the transition sentences or sentences I like to use when inviting. And then you also want to make sure that when you're inviting, that you are connecting with the people who are engaging on your posts. And I think that this is something that a lot of coaches really underuse. But when you're posting about your progress, you're posting about your workout, you're posting about your nutrition or maybe a recipe, those people who are already engaging with you, liking and commenting on those posts, we need to have conversations with those people and continue that conversation behind the scenes, okay? Because they're already showing some interest. So make sure that you're connecting with those people as well. So number 3 is ask more questions. So we've asked a question, we've invited them to join us in either the challenge group or in the business opportunity, and they say yes. Take a deep breath. I know it's super exciting and you're like, ah! Take a deep breath and ask more questions. Usually they are going to come back and say something like, yeah, can you give me more information? Or maybe could you tell me more about it? That's great, okay? But we don't want to give them everything, okay? We want to ask about them because this is where we need to bridge and make the connection to make it an emotional connection for them, that it's not just a product, okay? So what I like to do in asking more questions is, absolutely, Sarah, I would love to share more information with you on the group that we have coming. It really helps me if you could tell me a little bit about your goals, or it really helps me if you can tell me a little bit more about what you would like to work towards with your nutrition and fitness, okay? And then I ask a question back. So that way I keep control of the conversation, okay? Then they usually give me, you know, what their goals are, what they would like to work towards, and then we kind of go from there. Then I ask another question. If they say they want to lose 20 pounds and tone up, or they want to lose the baby weight, I say, okay, perfect. I totally understand that, Sarah, and I know that together that we can do that. Would you mind telling me what you feel like you struggle with most when working towards that goal? Do you feel like you struggle with nutrition and knowing what or how much to eat, making time for working out, or a little bit of both? So let's talk about that a little bit. So I want to know, I'm trying to identify what their struggles are, right? So I know what their goals are. And if they didn't need us as a coach, they would already be doing it, right? But most people need guidance and they need accountability, and they just need a friend to be there. So I want to know what she struggles with. Most people, it's going to be both. But I ask, is it nutrition? Do you struggle with knowing what and how much to eat? Because we have the perfect solution for that, right? I want to know, does she struggle with making time for working out? And I say making time because I'm already eliminating the do you have time or having time to work out. You guys, we are all busy in life, right? We are all busy. We are all being pulled a million different ways. We have to make the time. Nobody just has rules of time laying around. So make sure that, at least for me, that's really helped get rid of that, that objection, is by wording it, making the time to work out, or is it both? And then you know what they struggle with, what their goals are. So what their goals are, what they're struggling with working towards those goals. And now we can make a true recommendation, right? Which is that's part of number 3, giving a recommendation. You're typically going to recommend what you're using. And most of the time, the All Access Challenge Pack is the perfect solution because it gives them access to all the workouts to keep on track for an entire year. It gives them the portion fixed containers so that they can dial their nutrition in, know exactly what to eat and how much to keep balance in their nutrition. It gives them Shakeology, which is going to help them overcome the cravings and help to nourish their body in ways that they probably have never had before. And it just gives them the overall package. Now you might say, right now 80-Day Obsession's out, and that's a newer program. Absolutely, we can talk about those packages as well, because that's a really great program too, if that's the right fit for them. If an hour-long program is the right fit for them, then go ahead and do that one. But as a general recommendation, the All Access Challenge Pack is a wonderful solution, okay? So you give your recommendation based on what their goals are and what their struggles are, and be the problem solver, right? Give them the solution and explain to them why you recommend that package. And I usually reiterate when I give the recommendation, does this sound like it would help you work towards X, Y, and Z? And I repeat their goals back to them when I ask them if that sounds like it would be a good fit, okay? Then that moves us to step number 4. So when they say, yeah, that sounds great, I'd really like to do it, how much is it? I then give them the explanation or a rundown, and I can share my script in the group as well. But I then give them why or what's all included in the package and for how much, because I want to show them that there's a lot of value there. And again, it's going to help them work towards their goals that they already told me. So then in step number 4, we are going to create a closing date. Something I used to do a lot as a newer coach, and I have seen other new coaches do it, is they will say, yes, I'm really excited, I want to do this. And then you say, okay, great. And then it like stops there. And then new coaches feel awkward reaching back out, and they kind of they're like in this limbo phase. So I always make sure that I share a closing date. Enrollment for that challenge group is closing on such and such a day. So it might sound something like this when they say, yes, that sounds like a good package for me. Okay, perfect, Sarah. Enrollment for this challenge group is going to be ending on February 14th. We're going to be closing. So we have from now until February 14th to get you enrolled. When would work best for you? Okay, you're letting them know that enrollment isn't just indefinitely open, right? And you're getting a yes or no answer. You're getting a concrete answer of when they are going to be able to invest in themselves and invest in the challenge pack. It takes stress off of you, and you keep control of the conversation as the coach to guide and lead them. I typically make my closing date 1 week before my challenge group is starting. You have a little bit of wiggle room now that most of our things are streaming online. But it is nice that they have their containers and they have their package to go over the weekend before and have all that stuff in hand, okay? So making sure that you have a closing date. And then the last one is the follow-up, okay? So following up to make sure that they enroll on the date that they told you. And if you don't hear back or they don't follow through with enrollment, then it is our job to follow up, okay? It is our job to say, hey girl, I just wanted to reach back out really quick because I know that a week or 2 ago you were talking about working towards X, Y, and Z. Excuse me, that group that we were talking about is actually going to be starting this Monday, and I didn't want you to miss out. Were you still going to be able to join us? Or have things changed and maybe another group would be a better fit? You can give them that out. Okay, because it's okay if they want to go, if they need some time to think about it, or maybe finances, maybe something happened and we just don't know. But you can give them that out by saying, we are going to be starting. I don't want you to make it sound like you're doing them a favor, which you are. You don't want them to miss out on the start day. So if they are still excited about starting and maybe life just got busy, you're just giving them that little friendly reminder. If things have changed for them, you're letting them know it's okay. We can get you set up in another group if that's a better fit, okay? But keep in contact with that person. Just because they say no right now, or they've said no, this one won't be a good fit, keep building that relationship and keep in contact with that person so that way you keep that door open, okay? Like I said in the beginning, most of us don't say yes the very first time. And even if we say yes, sometimes we don't follow through with the purchase the first time because we allow self-doubt to kind of set in and we kind of lack belief in ourselves and we get afraid of failure. Okay? It's not necessarily anything that you did wrong. So just remember to follow up and keep that person on your list to continue to build relationship with and talk with. And just remember this, We cannot say the right thing to the wrong person at the wrong time. And we can't say the wrong thing to the right person at the right time. Okay? This is about them, you guys. It's not about us. It's not about what we could have done better. Sure, there's always room for improvement and we can always do better, but it's not about us. This is about them. We are offering a solution to them, right? So it's about them and them being ready and them having the belief in themselves and just having their head wrapped around it. So I hope that this helps, and keep in mind when you're setting your intentions, the right people say yes. Think that in your head, the right people say yes. The people who are ready say yes. Those are the fun ones to work with. You don't want to pull someone along in the business or in the coaching opportunity. In the business or in a challenge group. You don't want to be chasing after people. You want people who are excited, who see that value because you've led with confidence and excitement yourself. And they are going to follow your lead. So just remember that the right people will say yes. I hope that this helps you guys. Keep rocking your new coach training. If you have any questions, please comment below, or you can always ask me, reach out to myself or your upline. We are always here to help you. I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk with you soon.